Hello, in this video I will rank the 12 most common diets that people are on. Starting with the gluten-free diet, which I will put into the NPC tier. People that are on the gluten-free diet are aware that wheat and grain is bad for you, yet they probably still consume seed oils, high fructose corn syrup, and all of the other processed slop. So they're pretty close to the average NPC. And that's why they will land into NPC tier. Next, we have the keto diet, which I'm gonna put into okay. It is good that people on the keto diet do not consume too many carbohydrates because they are aware that people that consume too many carbs age themselves through glycation and may become insulin resistant and so on. But the keto diet still contains nuts and vegetables and so on, and that's why it can only be considered okay. Also, being in a ketogenic state for too long can actually stress your body and can raise your cortisol, which is gonna decrease your testosterone and make you less healthy. Next, we have the Weight Watchers diet, which I'm gonna also put into the NPC tier. The Weight Watchers diet is basically pretty close to the diet that your average gym bro uses. Fruits and vegetables, grains, and lean cuts of meat. And they also excessively track calories, which honestly might lead them into a mental illness. And I think the Weight Watchers diet is not way better than the average American diet, especially because most people that are on the diet will gain the weight back anyways after they're off the diet. So they didn't really learn anything in the first place. Next up, we have the vegan diet, which I'm gonna put into slop, because vegans are missing over 15 micronutrients like vitamin B12, vitamin A, heme iron, and so on. Their food is not digestible. They have anti-nutrients like tannins, phytic acid, oxalates, and phytoestrogens, and so on. The diet is also high in fiber, which is indigestible for humans, and most vegans look severely malnourished because they are, and that's why the vegan diet is in slop tier. Next, we have the carnivore diet, which I'm gonna put into great, because carnivores get a lot of saturated fat, which is the only fat that humans need. They get most of the nutrients that you need because they consume a wide variety of animal foods, like eggs, like red meat, like fish, and they also don't consume any plant anti-nutrients. They pretty much are keto, so they don't really age themselves through glycation and carbs in general. And the carnivore diet, in my opinion, is the healthiest diet that is pretty much mainstream now. Next, we have the paleo diet, which I'm gonna put into okay as well. The paleo diet is pretty close to the keto diet, but again, they eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of nuts, and so on, which actually doesn't make any sense because in the paleo period, these nuts and vegetables never even existed because they are all man-made. They are all genetically engineered to be consumed by humans, so in the paleo period, they would have never existed, but that's a different subject. It's good that on the paleo diet, you don't really consume any processed garbage and no seed oils and so on, but it's also not a lot better than the average diet that people follow. Next, we have fruitarians, which I'm also gonna put into slop. Fruitarians basically just eat fruit, which is even worse than the normal vegan diet. So it's so bad, honestly. When you look at a fruitarian, they look severely malnourished. They are so unhealthy. They have dark eye circles. They have rotting teeth. Whatever diet you choose to do, please don't do veganism or fruitarianism. Next up, we have intermittent fasting, which I'm gonna put into NPC tier. Because intermittent fasting is basically just starving yourself. If you are hungry and you choose not to eat, that is extremely stressful for your body. And your body eating itself is actually not a good thing. You should eat whenever you are hungry. Sure, most people are hungry all the time because they eat processed garbage food, but that can be fixed by eating way better food and not by not eating at all. So intermittent fasting pretty much only stresses your body and is not a good idea. Next, we have the Mediterranean diet, which I'm gonna put it into okay tier. Mainstream media will lead you to believe that the Mediterranean people, the people in Greece and so on, they eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, which is actually not true. The real Mediterranean diet is actually quite high in meat and fish. And that's why the Mediterranean people are quite healthy and they are one of the blue zones. But mainstream media obviously wants to push veganism and a plant-based agenda in general, and that's why they will tell you that they eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, but that's simply not true. But nonetheless, the real Mediterranean diet is okay, it's close to keto and paleo, and that's why it will land in that tier. Next up, we have the vegetarian diet, which is NPC tier. To be honest, most people right now are vegetarians. I mean, vegetarians only don't eat any meat. And most people don't even eat a lot of meat in the first place. And vegetarians still eat fish, eggs, and dairy. So it's pretty close to the normal NPC diet, and that's why we'll go in that tier. Next, we have the low-fat diet, which is also gonna go into the NPC tier. Because you need fats for cholesterol, because that cholesterol will then make your hormones. If you don't get any fat, especially saturated animal fat, then you won't have cholesterol and you won't have any hormones. Your testosterone will be low and you won't really function as a normal human being. And that's why lowering fat is really stupid and will go into NPC tier. And next up, we have the best of all diets, which is the primal diet, consisting of raw meat, raw food in general, but mainly raw meat, raw eggs, raw milk, pretty much only raw animal food. Sure, the inventor of this diet, Ajanus Wonder Planets, also used vegetable juice, which I'm not a fan of, but even if you were to drink vegetable juice, you would still be healthier than all other diets, and that's why the primal diet will go into king tier. Please let me know what you think about this list. Do you agree with where I put each of these diets? Would you have put any diet into another tier? And if you got some value from this video or you were entertained, then please subscribe.